Darshika, thank you for joining us. To start with, could you briefly tell us about your academic background?
First of all, I want to thank Biopractify for this opportunity, and especially I'm deeply enlightened because I'm speaking with Tanvi. And yeah, so I completed my bachelor's in biotechnology from Punjab University, Chandigarh, followed by which I prepared for GATE, and then I ended up as an integrated PhD student in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. So yeah, currently I'm pursuing my integrated PhD at IISc.
So, what led you to consider appearing for GATE?
Whenever I was like in my second year of bachelor's, if I remember correctly, I just Googled what exactly are the competitive exams to appear for getting a nice PhD once, nice master's or PhD, any postgraduate program after your bachelor's. And that's when I came across GATE and other entrance examinations. So led me to prepare for GATE because I wanted to appear for like all these exams so that I can land up nice master's opportunities to get a boost in my career.
So, recently, tell us what was your All India rank in GATE?
So I got All India rank of 25 in GATE 2025, GATE Excel. So yeah, my rank was 25.
Okay, nice. And how did you structure your GATE preparation?
This has been actually my strategy for almost all examinations because I consider that between lab practicals and between all the coursework, you barely get any time to strategically prepare and read each and every line of all the books that people suggest. So what I do is I analyze previous year papers and identify what are like some high yield areas, what are some recurring topics. And also one beneficial thing about the Excel life sciences paper is that it gives you different sections and you have to appear for only two of them, so you can choose what is your best area. So I started with a topic wise preparation. I knew that microbiology wasn't like my best game. So I chose biochemistry, and I was good at molecular biology, and all molecular biology questions come in zoology. So I was like, yeah, maybe I can appear for zoology instead. It didn't mean that I didn't focus on microbiology, but yeah, I started analyzing papers and thinking and basically jotting down what are the important topics and start preparing accordingly. So that was basically my strategy.
And how did you juggle between college commitments and your GATE preparation? Any
uh,
advices?
Yeah, so for like I think usually everyone is pretty much free on weekends and not every day in college is as hectic. Right. So I started already in coursework also your professors or the subjects that you have taken, they help you with all the concept building and all. So you already have some idea about the topic. All you have to do is just see how much depth you have to go into. So yeah, that's what I did. I used to spend some of my weekends. I had made some plans that yeah, this weekend I'll solve this paper, and the next day I'll analyze what are my mistakes, what are my weak areas, and I'll just read about it. And I'm not saying that you read fully about it. For example, a very important question that comes in microbiology are the DNA viruses, RNA viruses thing, right? So in that case, what I used to do is I knew that that was my weak point. I every weekend I used to just go through it. That what are some DNA viruses? What are some common RNA viruses? So yeah, I think weekends are pretty much free for everyone, so people can use weekends for preparation.
And social media and peer pressure often distract students. Did you have a strategy to handle FOMO or digital distractions?
I am one of the biggest social media addict, and within between papers only, I used to just go scroll reels for hours, and then I used to realize, oh shit, like just like everybody else. But I think you can maybe just what you can do is you can like give that. So there is this Zen mode or focus modes, right? So
Yeah.
whenever you are like sitting to use those paper, like use those papers as mock tests, that time you can just put that 3 hour focus mode, and I don't think you'll miss out on a lot of important messages. And yeah, I think that I personally don't suggest anyone to get exhausted in those preparations and all, or get exhausted anytime. Whenever you feel like going out of friends, you should, so that you don't burn out yourself in that preparation.
Yeah. Okay. So what was your revision strategy in the last 30 to 45 days before the exam?
So in the last 30 to 40 days, actually, so chemistry forms a very, very important portion of your Excel exam. Like, there's too much chemistry that is asked in the first section, and also maths and general aptitude. I think general aptitude and maths really help you stand out of the crowd. So I think in the last 30 to 40 days, what I did is just practice papers, and then focus on these general aptitude and maths concepts. Obviously, some people don't have a maths background, but then there are a few topics that are usually asked in the gate exam. So I went through it. So you can do that because it really helps you stand out of the crowd. And besides that, chemistry. So I revised all the chemistry I had studied in class 11th and 12th, and that really helps. Chemistry also really helps you out in standing out and getting a rank.
Okay. And can you share a bit about your experience on the exam day itself and how you managed time and stayed calm?
Yeah, so that is actually a very important thing. So, for example, I had not chosen what sections I will do it. So, like I'll do, and people say that yeah, the number of questions is very less as compared to the time, like 180 minutes and all. But it really is for you to read all the. It's very important for you to read all the questions and then decide which section is fetching you more marks, and at that last minute you have to select that yeah, this section is fetching you more marks, then maybe you should appear for this section. For example, I had first read microbiology, but then when I had time, I went to the zoology section and I realized that I can answer two more questions as compared to the microbiology section. So it will fetch me around 8 marks, which is a lot, which makes a lot of difference when it comes to all the ranks and all. So I instead appeared for the zoology section that time. So it's very important for you to manage your time early on. So people sometimes spend so much time in chemistry and general aptitude and maths, and that they're unable to go through all the questions in the second section. So yeah, I think time management is very important. Plus anxiety can have anxiety is a constant thing for anyone who is appearing for any competitive exam. When I the exam started, even I was very anxious. I was like, oh, I have to do this, and this constant thought that yeah, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this, you might not get any other chance, this is the end of the world. But it's not. You have to just be calm so that you can focus on the question, because some people do it doesn't click to them, they know the answer but it doesn't click to them at that very moment because you're so busy in your thoughts at that moment. So yeah, I think just staying calm and leaving it to the paper and just doing your best is what you can tell yourself before appearing for the exam, and yeah,
Yeah, that
rest
means
is
you should be focusing on your strengths first, and yeah, that should be your basically strategy to score more marks, that you focus on strengths.
yeah.
Okay, any final advice for students appearing for the exam?
Yeah, I think everyone should really like start early and give yourself enough time to cover the syllabus thoroughly, because there is a lot of syllabus. There are different sections, there's chemistry, there's molecular biology, there's so much to cover. So I think they should start early. And the most important thing is clear your concepts and don't memorize. There are very less memory based questions, there are a lot of conceptual based questions. So conceptual clarity is very important. And previous year papers are your bible. Just matlab a previous year paper, go through them, see what important topics are, and you can use them as mock tests. Don't purchase any mock tests from any other agencies or whatsoever education institutes. Always go through the previous year papers, it will give you a clarity of how the exams are set up. And also like make this mistake logbook, for example, because once you realize that, oh, you have been constantly getting stuck at this topic, then you can just know that, yeah, this topic is weak, and you can revise that topic constantly. In my case, it was the DNA viruses, RNA viruses. So I think you can like maintain that mistake logbook and understand what are your strengths and weaknesses. And I think people generally don't give a lot of thought to chemistry, general aptitude, and maths when they're appearing for GATE. They only focus on biology. So focus on general aptitude and maths because they can significantly boost your score. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, don't take too much pressure of GATE. Just like everybody says, it's not the end of the world. You can appear for more exams. But yeah, take care of yourself before any other exam. And no matter what, the result will not decide your future. So yeah.
This mistake logbook was a catch for me also. Like it will help me also appearing for the further exams. And yeah, it was nice talking with you. Thank you for joining. Hoping to connect in future also.
Yeah.
Thank you.